Hey everyone, Chef Sherri here, and today we're going to make some chicken wings. We've got the Super Bowl coming up tomorrow, and what is one of the most common appetizers for the game? Chicken wings. We're going to do them two ways though. We're going to do them in an air fryer and we're going to do them in the oven, because I want you to be able to see the difference in how they cook up in terms of crispiness as well as dryness on the inside. We're going to be doing Trifecta chicken wings because we're going to be using 3 of my awesome sauces. We've got the honey roasted garlic today, Zesty Orange Ginger, and Bourbon BBQ. You'll see that I've got everything laid out for the mise en place as well. We've got all of our chicken wings. I'm going to show you how to separate these in case you don't know. We also have an expeller pressed canola oil that I'm going to be using for the wings in the oven to help them crisp up. Should not need that in the air fryer. And then of course I've got the bowl to do all of that as well. Final note, I know that the Super Bowl this year is Kansas City Chiefs versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I had to do a throwback jersey. My guy Peyton Manning, Denver Broncos, 50th Super Bowl winners, because just today it was officially announced he's getting into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Peyton. I am so excited for you. I've loved you for a long time, and way to go. Glad it's finally official. So on that note though, I don't want to get it ruined. So on goes the apron. And a little hand towel to handy, just to make sure I can wipe up anything that might be spilling or wipe my hands off. All right, now we are ready to go. First thing you want to do is, before you get to the part of separating your chicken drumsticks, you want to give them, if possible, an hour or two laid out like this in the refrigerator to continue to dry out. That's going to result in a crispier chicken. After it has been a couple of hours, and then what you want to do is take a paper towel and also just gently blot them dry. This allows the last little bit of moisture, and I can see that really nothing is coming up, so I'm not going to flip them over and worry about the rest of it. Throw that out later. Okay, to separate your chicken wings, what you want to do is you want to find the joint. So you've got a drumette here and a wingette here. If you flip it over, it'll be easy to see that little V section. All you want to do is you just want to twist it and you'll hear it crack, cracked and popped. So you can even kind of see that little bone of where the joint is. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these cracked. And now we're ready to go. So you're going to take a knife of your choice. Because this is something small, I'm just going to use a paring knife. Usually you want to hold your knives like this. There are times when you're doing more delicate work that it's okay to put that tip of your finger along the spine of your knife. So I'm going to find the little joint here on my cutting board. One last thing before I get to cutting is when you set up a cutting board, always, you want to make sure that it's secure, right? Having a cutting board that's sliding around is not safe at all. And so you have a couple of options. You can either wet a paper towel and put it underneath it, that should hold it, or you can also use what I use, which is just a little, they call them like grippy tape, or it's the stuff that you put on the bottom of your cabinets in the kitchen, but it works well because you can see like it won't move now. So I'm all set, safe to go. So I've broken it apart, gonna find the little notch here, gonna open it up, there it is, and away it goes. So we'll do all of these really quickly. Okay, great, that's all done now. As you can see, we've got the separation of the wingettes and the drumettes. At this point, I'm gonna start preparing them differently because, as I said before, one of them is gonna use oil, the other one is not. So I'm gonna take an equal amount for the air fryer as I am for the oven. So I've got 4 drumettes here, 4 wings there, or wingettes there. And these guys, same thing, 4 wingettes, 4 drumettes. When it comes to seasoning, that's very basic to start with. I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt on these guys that are gonna go into the air fryer. This is gonna get the canola oil and some salt, and then we're just gonna let them cook. When it gets done cooking, that's when I'll bring them out and I will tell you exactly the time and temperature that was used. because at this point we're not quite sure. It should be about 400 degrees with 45 to 50 minutes in the oven for the, in the oven. And then for the air fryer, it should be somewhere around 380 degrees for maybe 24-ish minutes. And then at the very end is when we're gonna add in the sauce. So here comes the rest. Okay, as you can see, that prep was easy. These guys are ready to go. Just gonna plop these guys onto a baking tray. And you know, actually, I think I'm gonna elevate them as well. Use a rack. Do it like that. There we go. This way they can properly roast. To roast, you need to really get the air circulating around the items. That's what we will do right here. You also want to make sure that it's not crowded, otherwise they will release too much steam upon each other. So you've got a good amount of space now. All right, into the ovens they go. I'll be back when they're done. Okay guys, they are out of the ovens. This is the air fryer. I flipped them once after about 12 minutes, and this is how they came out. There is minimal dripping on the pan that was below it. And these are the ones that were in the oven. They cooked for about 45 minutes. Flipped them once as well, and as you can see, there's, try and get this smooth for you, there's a whole lot of grease and stuff that dripped down and is also kind of splattered throughout the oven itself. So that's where we're at this point. I've just heated up the sauces, getting ready to toss these guys. Gonna throw them back in the oven. This time I'll just use the air fryer and let the sauce thicken up, and I'll show you the end results. All right, everybody, they are done. Here is the end result. Look at those delicious wings. So I've mixed them up on the platter, but again, they were the honey roasted garlic, zesty orange ginger, and bourbon BBQ. So I'm curious though to see which of these is going to be the juiciest. I'm guessing based on having looked at them and watched them cook that it's going to be the air fryer. So this one is an oven one. Actually, not too bad. And then this is an air fryer one. A little bit juicier, but you know, definitely nothing wrong with the oven one. The only thing I really did not like about the oven was how much of a mess it made. Very smoky, lots of splatter on the inside. I'm gonna have to clean it later. So I'd say if you have an air fryer, use the air fryer. Otherwise, grill if you can. That's actually my favorite method, but it's about 25 degrees today, so doing it inside. But air fryer, oven, grill, whatever it is, very easy to do. And definitely put the wings back in the oven for another 5 minutes or so at the end after you've tossed them in the sauce. I did mine around 400 degrees, 5 minutes, just to let the sauce caramelize on. Like you can see, all nice and crispy now. So good. Have a great Super Bowl, everybody, and I'll see you next time.